make sure it's playing. Okay, why don't you just tell us your name, what year you graduated?
You go ahead first.
All right, ladies first. So I'm Julie Braun, and I graduated in the year 2000.
And Wayne Braun, and I graduated in 1997.
And how did you guys decide to come to Rice?
Let you take that one first.
I went to public school most of my education, and decided. We checked out a bunch of different schools actually, and some academies and stuff like that, and decided to come to Rice because it was near home. We liked a couple aspects of it. Number one was the higher level of education, because I planned to go on to college, and we really liked the faith aspect of it, something that we were not able to discuss or practice in a public school setting.
Right, yeah.
So I found out that my best childhood friend was coming here. She actually grew up in Moortown, and I grew up in Northfield. And so I begged my dad to let me come here. And I think he was open to the idea because my older brother, who was 9 years older, went through the public school system, and when he got to UVM, he was just unprepared. And so they felt like he didn't get the education that he needed or should have had. And then we toured Rice, and my dad came up, and when he saw how quiet the hallways were, and then how everyone was studying and all that, he was convinced. So he finally let me come, and I got to go to school with my friend Jackie. So I was happy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'd say that struck us too when we visited the school, like how much order there was, and kind of discipline in the halls and everything compared to what we were used to. It was definitely something that you're kind of like, wow, there's something different here.
Definitely. And what did you take from your experience at Rice? Like, when if somebody were to ask you, why should I send my child there? What would you say that you got from it, that you hope that they would get from it, that kind of thing?
I would say, obviously, the education. I mean, that's ultimately why we were here. I felt prepared for college. I was, more disciplined. Living in Northfield and having to drive an hour every day just to get to high school was hard, and so there was a lot of discipline involved, and maturity, and having to wear a uniform, I think, really helped out with transitioning into the real world, and I think all those reasons.
Yeah, I think, for me, this place was very different from my previous experiences in growing up in the education system. And so I think it prepared me for college. When I first got here, I struggled, and I was first in my class at my public high school. I came here and I struggled for a couple semesters, but when I went off to college, I was better prepared. For me, the faith aspect of it, just being able to talk about God in this setting, and just the order and kind of discipline that they have here, kind of has you maturing and growing up a little bit faster than you would somewhere else.
Really good. And we talked about favorite memory or favorite story from your Rice days.
I thought of two. You want to go first? Or you want me?
You can.
All right. One, dancing with this guy my freshman year at the homecoming dance. That would be memory one. And then number two, I don't remember what year it was, but my mom and I volunteered to decorate the winter ball and organize it. And my mom cut out, thousands of snowflakes, and we hung them up in the gym, and it was magical. She did a phenomenal job, and it was just an awesome Christmas ball. Very cool.
Very cool. We need her back. Will she come back and do that again?
It was amazing. She had this one giant snowflake in the middle, and then all of these strands of snowflakes, and it all met right in the middle of the gym.
Wow.
It was very cool.
Yeah, so my memories too, meeting you, of course, is number one.
Yeah.
And I remember that dancing, that dance. So memory two, I think, would be, oddly enough, probably in this classroom, in the back of the classroom, of course, with Ed Lafayette, and it was Mr. Lemon's class, calculus I think it was, and we would just be sitting in the back, goofing off really, and so just a lot of good memories. But yeah, I don't know, that sitting in this classroom brings that back, I guess.
Being happy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys have, I mean, you've been incredibly loyal, and you're young. I mean, it looks like you've made Rice a priority and you're giving from the very start. So how did you arrive at that decision, like we need to be giving to Rice, and why do you do it year after year?
Well, I get why it's hard for younger people to give, because, you know, most of us are dealing with student loans, and then you have kids, and then you're trying to save for their college and save for retirement all at the same time, and there's a lot going on. But we both just had such great experiences here, and we want our kids to come here, and so we want Rice to thrive, and we want Rice to stick around, and so it is a priority for us. And it doesn't take a lot. You set it up, it's automatic, you know, and it doesn't have to be a lot, but if once it's coming out automatically, you just forget that it's happening, so
right,
it's easy to do.
Yeah, for me, I mean, giving back was something that you were taught here at Rice, and so that was part of kind of what we do is giving back. And as Julie said, I had a great experience here, and you know, to have other young people have the opportunity for that experience and to learn, you know, for the education, for the faith aspect of the school. And also, I think a big part is, you know, teaching young people to give back, give outside of themselves. So, you know, like Julie said, it was something that we had a great experience, we felt strongly about, and we kind of felt that we needed to do it. So.
Love it. That's perfect. Couldn't ask for better. That was perfect.
Yay!
All right.